You are likely watching this video right now to avoid a specific stressful task. Every time your mind drifts toward that project, you feel a sharp spike of anxiety. You aren't just going to learn about productivity. You are going to actively start your work before the timer hits 0. We start now. Reach out and gather every physical material you need for your avoided task, your laptop, your notes, or your tools. Place them directly in front of you. Moving these physical tools into your immediate workspace signals a transition. You are shifting your environment from a space of passive consumption to a space of active preparation. Look at those materials. Focus on the specific project you've been dreading. Notice the internal resistance that immediately bubbles up. We usually call this laziness, but your brain is actually experiencing a literal fear response. This is your amygdala, the brain's threat detection center. It cannot distinguish between a physical predator and a massive modern-day project. It registers both as an imminent threat to your well-being. When your brain perceives this threat, it releases cortisol. This triggers a subtle freeze response. That heavy, stuck feeling you call procrastination is actually a biological state of paralysis designed to protect you from perceived danger. To escape the discomfort of this freeze state, your brain seeks immediate, cheap dopamine. This is why you suddenly find yourself scrolling social media or cleaning your room the moment you should be starting your most important work. Because this is an involuntary biological defense, willpower often feels like a finite resource that runs out the moment the pressure mounts. To get moving, we have to use a strategy that bypasses the threat response entirely. We begin with a neurological warm-up called the 2-minute rule. The goal is to build immediate momentum by clearing a tiny, unrelated friction point in your environment. Look around your room. Identify one simple task that takes less than 2 minutes to finish, like throwing away a piece of trash or putting a single dish in the dishwasher. Pause this video right now. Stand up and physically complete that one tiny task before you hit play. Welcome back. By completing that small action, you have just successfully overridden your brain's initial urge to hesitate. This tiny win proves to your subconscious that you are capable of execution. You are no longer someone who is stuck. You are someone who is currently in motion. Now turn your attention back to the project materials sitting in front of you. We are going to apply the micro-step framework. You must shrink your massive project down until the very first action takes less than 120 seconds to complete. Instead of trying to write a 10-page report, your only task is to write one single sentence. Instead of studying an entire chapter, you are only going to read one paragraph. Pick your micro-step right now. If that step still feels heavy or causes a spike of anxiety, it's still too large. Shrink it until it feels absurdly easy. When a task is this small, it stays below your amygdala's threat detection threshold. You are effectively sneaking past your own brain's defense system. Newton's first law of motion states that an object stays at rest, while an object in motion stays in motion. Starting requires a massive surge of energy to overcome inertia. Once you are in motion, the friction of the task begins to vanish. Place your phone face down and move it out of reach. We need to block the brain's path to cheap dopamine for the next 2 minutes. I am starting a 120-second timer. Begin your micro-step right now. Work through the silence, and I'll be back when the clock hits 0. Go. Just survive this 2-minute window. This is the moment your brain transitions from resistance to self-sustaining momentum. The timer reaches 0. Stop for a moment. Look at the work you just did. Check in with yourself. The sharp spike of anxiety you felt at the start of this video has likely subsided because you've successfully broken your state of rest. You don't have to finish the whole project right now, but you should ride this current wave of momentum for as long as it naturally lasts. If you successfully started your task, subscribe for more breakdowns on human performance. Leave a comment describing the micro-step you just finished, then close this video and get back to work.